Honesty is the best policy. David, Tom, come in. Picked you for a vital mission. Could be dangerous. Reason I've chosen you, expendable, no damn use. Doesn't matter if we lose you. If you succeed, I take the credit. If you fail, all your idea, I wash my hands with. No, honesty isn't the best policy. Bit of a cock-up on the honesty front. Come! Tom, David, welcome. Hand-picked you two for a vital job.
Hand-picked?
Super.
Job is surveillance. Keeping a 24-hour watch on a member of our team.
Oh, I'm not sure if my conscience would permit me to spy on a colleague, Jimmy.
Nor mine either. Sorry.
It's CJ.
Oh, well, that's different.
Super.
Why are we spying on CJ?
He's behaving oddly. Watching the squirrels nibble their nuts, saying nice things about the Welsh and the Belgians, that kind of caper. Surveillance begins 1600 hours today.
Today? I'm not sure if I can today. Prue's making fish pie.
Fish pie? Did Julius Caesar say, cross the Rubicon? I'm not sure about that today. Mrs. Caesar's making stuffed peppers. Get to it!
Why have you chosen to tell your story to me?
I take your paper. I always look for your byline. By Morton Redstock. I like your style. Snappy, pithy, crude, vicious.
Thanks very much. So, what is this fascinating story?
You've heard of Reginald Perrin of grot fame?
Yeah. I bought a square root from a grot shop. It was a craze.
Well, he's dead. And he's left a rather unusual will.
1830 hours. Sore Chaffinch.
Yeah, a rather moderate bone.
What? A bloodless revolution of senior citizens and the occupationally rejected marching on Whitehall on April the 20th? I'll say so. Just one thing puzzles me. You stand to gain £1 million. Why blow the gaff?
I'm tired of it all. I didn't get where I am today by taking over the government. We've all been absurd enough already to claim our money. I want the whole thing well and truly caught in the bud.
It will be.
Quarry returned alone, 1927 hours. Chaffinch flew away.
Good luck, darling. Be brave.
Anything?
He came home 1927 hours alone. Since then, nothing. But you won't be bored. The place is alive with tawny owls.
Super. That should keep me amused during the 6 hours till dawn.
Anything? Nothing. It's him! Jump in!
I feel awful. I should be driving. You should be off duty.
And missed the thrill of the chase. I've only just realised how boring selling houses was. All this excitement, and I'm going to marry Linda again. I feel a new man. Don't you feel a new man?
No, I feel sick.
Damn and blast, we're losing him. This car just hasn't got the juice.
In that case, do you think you could stop and I can throw up in those bushes?
We may find him again. CJ's behind us. He's just pulled out of a petrol station.
Oh, God, he spotted us. He'll ram us.
He won't. He was probably just getting petrol. He doesn't expect to be followed, especially by the car in front of him. What he'll see is two strange men with ginger hair and beards. He's passing us. Duck down. We really should have synchronized our disguises. We're going to look ridiculous if we have to follow him in somewhere.
Oh, my God. Might we?
I'm sorry this pub's so drab, but I calculated it was halfway between my home in Virginia Water and your newspaper office in Wapping.
I have nothing to do with Wapping anymore.
What can you mean?
I've been made redundant. I was told I was too old.
Too old? Don't be ridiculous. You can't be a day over 55.
I'm 47. I've abused my body.
But I rang you at Wapping.
I'd only gone back to clear my desk.
Oh. So the first journalist I pick gets run over by a lorry carrying deep-sea aggregates. The second one's only there to clear his desk. Hell's bells.
I fitted Fleet Street, not Wapping. I fitted low life, not high tech. That's why I still have a news sense. I still have a nose for people. Take those two men who just come in. The ginger vicar and the ginger Scotsman, hiding their weakness under beards. What's their game? Gay, of course. Bent as 9-bob note. They're meeting surreptitiously. The vicar is under suspicion from his homophobic bishop. The Scotsman is playing truant from an insurance seminar. They keep looking round. Why? Because they're afraid they may be followed. Oh, yes. I know about people.
I didn't get where I am today caring about ginger-headed strangers. Is there any point in my telling you my story? That's what I want to know.
Of course there is. I'm freelance now. I have contacts everywhere.
Right. Do you remember a man called Reginald Iolanthe Perrin?
I wish we could hear what they're saying.
But if we sit closer, CJ might recognize us.
Absolutely. Anyway, everything will come clear in the end as long as we don't lose them.
What if they split up?
Good thinking. I'll follow CJ. You follow the other man. He may not have a car.
What if he does?
A taxi comes along at exactly the right moment. You say, follow that car. The taxi driver says, blimey, Guff, I've waited 22 years to hear someone say that.
Amazing. Very interesting.
Have I put the cat in the china shop?
You have indeed.
Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, this is Welton Ormsby, the journalist. Prue Harris-Jones, one of our members.
How do you do?
Welton's just been made redundant. CJ told him about our organisation and he wants to join.
Super.
I think I ought to tell you, ladies, that I have been followed here by some idiot of a red-headed Scotsman in a kilt.
It's funny to think of Tom and David trailing CJ. And here we are drinking cocoa in bed. I'm completely contented, though. I don't need excitement. Oh, I love you, Hank. And since you haven't got the energy to ask me, my darling burnt-out case, I'll ask you. Will you marry me?
So the man I followed is our first real recruit?
Yes.
Oh, God. And I thought I was doing so well. I didn't even think he knew he was being followed. I'm a complete failure.
Never mind, darling. I love you, even if you are a complete failure.
This is Welton Ormsby.
I've seen you before.
You can't have done. I wasn't even there.
You weren't even where?
Wherever you saw me.
You're the ginger vicar. Scotsman! I saw through you straight away.
CJ was trying to recruit Welton, and there you were, putting a tail on him.
Frightfully embarrassing. I hope he never finds out.
I feel really guilty.
Don't feel embarrassed, don't be guilty. He wasn't recruiting, he wanted me to do a story about you. He wanted me to blow your whole operation sky high.
The bastard!
I felt I must apologize face to face. It was appalling of me to suggest that because I bought you 5 dinners and 2 lunches, I could expect you to come to bed with me. If I bought you 15 or 20, I still wouldn't have that right.
No.
Oh, God, Geraldine, why are you so beautiful?
How's your melon and Bayonne ham?
Don't change the subject. You're wonderful, actually. The melon is so juicy and the ham is perfect. How's your warm salad?
Very good. The dressing's exquisite.
But if we did have 15, 20 dinners together, I'd like to think you would want to come to bed with me. So if after 20, why not after 8? Oh, Geraldine, I feel so good tonight. I feel in mint condition.
After 20 dinners, Bunny, who knows? After 8, mint condition or not, I'm afraid you have no chance.
You're a very hard woman, Geraldine.
Oh, waiter. I've changed my mind about my place. I think I will have it off the bone, after all.
Face, bed, so beautiful, so juicy. Want to come after 8 mint? My place. Have it off. God, I'm engaged to Linda. I shouldn't be burning with jealousy of CJ.
Geraldine, I can't go through any more dinners like this. It gives me the most dreadful pain in a place where no man likes to get a dreadful pain in. I can't stand it, Geraldine. So if you can't see your way, and you can't, then I believe, regrettably, we ought never to see each other ever again.
Oh, well, that won't be very easy. Mrs. Perrin's invited me down to monitor your progress towards absurdity tomorrow.
Miss Hagstraw's just coming up the drive. I meant to warn you she was coming.
I knew anyway. A little bird told me last night.
Oh, it did it?
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, good morning,
Miss Hagstraw. Stunner, isn't she? Damned handsome woman, isn't she?
Where shall I sit?
A seat here. Kitchen chair for me. No, I insist.
Well, thank you. All pals together.
Oh, thanks, Hank. Much appreciated. Right. Something to tell you, CJ. David and Tom had you under surveillance. Wixton Appleby, to whom you sold your story, turned up here last night. Didn't do your bidding. Joined us. A tricky case, journalist. How's it feel knowing everyone knows what a bastard you are, you bastard?
Very well. The pigeons are well and truly out of the bag. Yes, I betrayed you.
Why?
We've been absurd for long enough. It's absurd being absurd for so long. I want my £1 million. Come on, Geraldine, old girl, hand it over.
Geraldine, old girl.
We've done enough, haven't we?
I haven't a clue what you've done. I thought I was here this morning to find out.
Just a minute. If Welton Ormsby has joined you, where is he?
Oh.
Yes. He hasn't joined you. He came here to check my story. Ha! You're worried.
Yes. But so are you.
I know my place.
I was a bit hasty last night, Geraldine.
I've had an excellent report from the Slugsworth Tandoori, Miss Hextall.
Will you come out to dinner with me tonight?
It's Welton Ormsby.
You bastard!
Often. Usually even. Not today. I'm not going to give this story to the press. I owe those swine nothing. I'm going to live for this one, CJ.
What you mean? You think there's something in it?
Absolutely. Brilliant idea. I wouldn't have been made redundant if you were running the country.
No, just a minute.
Oh, Tom, where have you been? I've been so worried.
Keeping watch on CJ's house. Nobody came to relieve me.
Oh, God. Sorry.
No, don't worry. There's nothing I like better than listening to tawny owls all night. I even heard a barn owl, and I think there may have been a long-eared owl over towards Sunningdale, so it was quite a privilege for me to be totally forgotten by everyone.
Oh, I do love you when you're grumpy.
Oh, Miss Hackstraw, I didn't realise you'd be here, and I haven't even washed or anything.
Why should you? I'm sure you're as fragrant as ever.
No, did you know that Tom and I are engaged, Miss Hackstraw?
No, I didn't. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't love Geraldine. I love Linda. I don't love Geraldine. I love Linda.
Tom, can I have my hand back, please?
Oh, sorry, was I hurting?
Now, I have been waiting most of the morning, and my time is, limited. Do you think we could possibly get on with the meeting?
You're the man CJ talked to in the pub.
It's Wilton Underlay.
Welton Ormsby. Ex-journalist, your newest recruit.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to say this in front of you, Mr. Ormsby. How do we know we can trust him? I risked life and limb chasing CJ.
He did. He drove like Nigel Mansell. It was fantastic. Very exciting.
But we have to trust him, Tom. If we can't trust anybody, then we'll never be able to tell anybody. And that means there will only ever be 10 of us. And that means our chances of overpowering the government, the police, and the armed forces are very slim. And that could be no memorial for Reginald.
Wicked.
Super.
Well spoken, that former secretary with legs that go on forever.
I hope you will trust me, because if you aren't going to trust me, how can you trust CJ, alias Conniving Judas?
You have a point there, Mr. Ormsby. How can we trust you, CJ?
A leopard never changes his spots twice in the same place.
You can trust CJ. I can vouch for him.
Vouch for that par-mad, sex-crazed lounge lizard?
It's simple. If what you are doing is absurd, then to nip it in the bud must be sensible. If CJ is being sensible, he doesn't qualify for £1 million.
Hey, what's all this about £1 million?
You've opened a whole new can of pots there, calling the kettle by any other name. I told you about Reggie's will. I didn't tell you how much we would all get.
I see, so you're all going to get stinking rich, except me.
Well, if you prove useful to us, we'd be prepared to do the decent thing.
Absolutely. Well said, that. What is the decent thing?
A small levy on our legacy. Even 1% would be £10,000.
I suppose it's only fair if he proves useful.
I could be your press officer.
But we're operating a total security blanket. We don't want press coverage.
Then I'm your ideal man. Nobody's as good at not getting things in the press as I am.
Oh, splendid. That's perfect, then.
Employing an incompetent press officer so as to retain total security. That is very promisingly absurd.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Quite well. It's been an encouragingly absurd morning.
Good. Miss Hackstraw.
Yes.
Hope you'll come to Tom and Linda's wedding. I think Tom likes you.
Hello, darling. A kiss for your burnt-out cakes.
No, something even nicer than a kiss.
Don't think I've got the energy for anything nicer than a kiss.
No. A question. I asked you before, but you were asleep.
Well, that figures.
Will you marry me?
What?
Well, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Wicked.
Does that mean yes?
Yes, of course.
Good! Oh!
Right. Big push is on. Those of you getting married on Saturday, forget your nuptials. I want you to talk to people in retirement homes from Wick to Penzance about honour and respect for age and maturity. I want you to talk to young executives about banishing the fear of redundancy forever. I want you to talk to elderly people swathed in bandages and shock about a world where they need no longer walk the streets in fear. I want you to talk to patients in arthritis clinics about a future in which jars of marmalade and pats of butter and crisp packets and British rail sandwiches will be easy to open without having to bite them with your false teeth. Oh, you look splendid, sis.
I feel splendid. 6 more recruits for the revolution today. A neurotic stock controller, a fishmonger's widow with a fear of being mugged, a rheumatic retired headmistress, a bored 87-year-old film critic, a sacked recruitment officer, and an undertaker with a deep fear of death. What are all those medals?
No idea. I bought them in an antique shop in Tewkesbury.
Jimmy.
All right. Well, come on then. They owe it to Tom and Linda to be on time, both damn good blokes. Especially Linda. Go on, wedding party, quick march.
I feel like a fish out of water, but you can't make him drink. I don't like it. I didn't get where I am today feeling like a fish out of water and you can't make him drink.
I imagine not. Is there any reason why you feel like a fish out of water but you can't make him drink?
Yes, Miss Hackstraw. I love her. She's resisting me. I'm ignoring her, waiting for her to crack. But she isn't cracking. You're a woman, what should I do?
Oh, Lord. Well, all I'll say is, now that you've started waiting for her to crack, you'll have to go on waiting. You can't change horses in midstream before the stable door is closed.
Oh, dear.
Tom, how would you like to come into partnership with me? Maysby, Smythe and Patterson estate agents. It has a ring to it, does it not?
No.
Oh, all right then. Well, Patterson and Maysby, Smythe.
No, it isn't that. I'm involved in something far more exciting than being an estate agent, Alan.
Good God. Good God, what?
Lips are sealed. Security.
You Jones' ex, Tony Webster, didn't you, Tim? What was he really like?
Oh, he's nothing to worry about. He's a twit. He had this absolutely idiotic, utterly infuriating habit of saying great all the time.
Super.
Wicked.
How's he liking New Zealand?
Oh, says it's great.
Super.
Wicked.
Hello, Prue. I'd ask you to dance with me if I hadn't got a rather peculiar pain.
Oh, it's nothing serious, I hope, Doc.
So do I. Talking of peculiar pains, I saw you chatting to CJ earlier. Not being inquisitive, but what were you discussing?
It was confidential.
I thought as much. Is he still seeing her?
Doc!
It's Miss Hackstraw. She consistently refuses me. I don't blame her. I should abandon hope. But I'm incapable of leaving the field clear for that conceited, pompous bastard. What shall I do, Prue?
I don't think you need to worry about leaving the field clear. There's not much chance of CJ leading a horse through it, and no chance at all of making it drink.
So I can safely give up all thoughts of Miss Hackstraw and live in happy contentment?
Yes, I think you can.
Oh, good.
City College of Hank, I believe. Dan Ricky Barry, is it not? And Nicky N-I-K-I, Nicky N-I-C-K-Y, and Nicky N-I-double-C-I? Jolly good. Hank, burnt out, discarded like used condom, pardon my French, bad show. Any of you frightened of the same fate? Well, ever are, come to us. We have certain plans. Can't say more. Security. Sure you understand. Leave it at that, eh? Said enough. Possibly too much.
Is anybody sitting there?
No, nobody wants to talk to me. I'm a bore.
Oh, nonsense. I've seen streams of men talking to you.
Asking advice.
Oh, dear, I was going to ask your advice, too. You're so,
If you say sensible, I'll scream.
You're so happy with David that I don't know if you'll be able to empathise with my problem. You don't know what a problem it is being beautiful.
Thank you.
No. I didn't mean. No, you're pretty and sexy and very attractive, which is much more. No. Time is passing. How do I get what you've got?
What? What have I got?
A man you can share identical sweaters with for the rest of your life. How can I get a man for the rest of my life?
Luck and unselfishness. 2/3 of it's luck. The other third is down to caring more for your man than you do for yourself.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Tom, I do love you more than my first husband.
Oh, good. But Linda, I was your first husband.
Sorry, bit of a cock up on the footwork front. Well, have I hurt you?
It's just that I miss Reggie so much.
Ah, yes. Awkward coves, weddings, always bring on the waterworks.
Did you love Tony Webster?
At first.
One day will you say you love me at first?
I will love you forever.
Getting my energy back. Let's go off and go to bed, Mrs. Milbeck.
Aren't you ever going to ask me out for dinner, Jim?
Oh, blow me over with a pickled gherkin. I was just trying to pluck up courage to ask you that.
Am I so fearsome?
No. It's just man of action, not words. Unfortunately, never saw any action. Have some soon. Revolution.
Shh. Security.
True. Geraldine,
Yeah,
will you come out to dinner with me next Tuesday?
that would be delightful.
What sort of revolution?
We call it Broscorp. The bloodless revolution of senior citizens and the occupation rejected. It's April the 20th, it's a Sunday, marching on Whitehall. See, we plan to have young age pensions instead of old age pensions. Age hostels instead of youth hostels. There's no redundancy. Hello, darling.
Is he boring you?
Well, not at all. He told us all about the revolution. Its aims, its policies, its achievements. Even the date. Fascinating.
Do you know who that was?
Broadly speaking, no.
Adam, Linda and Tom's son. He works for the BBC.
Super.
No, it isn't super, you fool. You've just done what CJ tried so hard to do and failed. You've just blown the whole thing.
Super. Oh, dear.